everybody. I am starting my own channel. I have the farm channel with James, and I thought I would do my own channel. And so my debut video for my own channel is my classroom tour. I feel like as teachers that it really helps to see what other teachers are doing in their classroom and the systems they put in place for them and their students. I'm filming you today a tour of my classroom, the systems that I have put in place that work for me and my kids. I teach high school French and freshman English, and sprinkled in there sometimes I'll teach a random other class that they give me, but for now I just do French and freshman English. And I'm gonna start in my classroom with the systems I have put in place for my students, and then I will end with what I have on my desk, because I feel like that's like the best part. Like, okay, what does she have on her desk? How does she organize herself? So I'm gonna start over here with the stuff for my kids, and this is kind of the students' station. So I'll work left to right here. I have their dictionaries. As I said, I teach French. I have a couple of different kinds of dictionaries for them. And if you're wondering, well, why can't your kids just look up words online? I think there's value in students learning how to use a paper dictionary, hence the reason why I have a small library of them. I have a thing of Post-it notes here. These are for my students. They can take these. Students, are always asking, oh, hey, Mrs. Wood, do you have a sticky note? So I just have this here for them, and they can access that at any time. I have loose leaf paper in here for my students, and then plain white paper up here for various odds and ends that they might need it for. And it's, again, available to them whenever they need it. Now, this bin. I am doing writer's notebooks this year for my freshman English class. I took a phenomenal course from the University of Colorado Pueblo on Writer's Workshop, and I really enjoyed the class. I didn't love all the aspects of the Writer's Workshop, but one of the ones that I'm definitely going to adopt is practicing writing with my students. And so this will be our bin for our writer's notebooks. I'm starting to think it's not going to be big enough because my principal just told me that I'm going to have 3 sections of freshman English, so I might have to reconfigure that a little bit. Okay, so I have my signs that I made. I made these on Canva, super cute. If you can see here, I also laminated them. That's why the glare is so bad. There's an Eiffel Tower on this one, and then just like the French flag colors, the red and the blue. And this is where I put my students' glue sticks. They have index cards. We use these a lot in my French classes. Highlighters, again, we use these all the time in my French classes. Rulers, I used to have more, but my rulers, I lose a few more every year because, I don't know, kids break them, steal them, hit each other with them, who knows. I have my dry erase markers. These are sponges. I got these at the Dollar Tree, and then I just cut them up into quarters, and then these act as erasers for my dry erase boards. The dry erase boards, I got these for $1 each on Amazon. They have seen better days and probably due to like replace these guys. And then I have my scissors. I have pencils for the kids and a stapler. I have a giant eraser. I have whiteout. I have staples for the stapler, paper clips, and I only have 1 rubber band in here. I actually found that I can't leave rubber bands out because students like to play with them, and that gets really annoying really quickly. So I actually don't keep very many rubber bands out for my students. And then I have a wonderful hole puncher. And so that's kind of their station where they can find everything that they need. Over here, this is very important for all of you fellow teachers. This is where my students turn in their assignments. So I've tried different systems throughout the years for students turning in work. And what I have found, the simplest way is to have 1 tray for all my class periods. Now I'm gonna have a 8-period day, like 6 or 7 classes a day. And yes, all my classes are gonna be using the same tray. And you're thinking, well, won't that get confusing? No, here's what happens. It makes me get up every single period, walk over to this tray, gather the assignments, clip them together, and take them back to my desk. Before, I had a stack of, trays, 1 for each period, and they were marked, period 1, period 2, whatever. But what would happen is I would leave papers in there for days. Like, there was nothing motivating me to get up and go grade those and get that fast assessment of where my students are at. And then I also had an issue where documents were disappearing, and I really think, and this is awful to say of students, but I honestly think that sometimes students would take other kids' assignments that maybe they didn't like or were in like a disagreement with. And so for classroom management's sake, I also find that it's just much better for me to get up every single period and have a constant assessment. And so what that does, it makes me get up, get those assignments, take them back to my desk, and I start looking them over, and I have an instant assessment of where my students' understanding was that day, that period of that assignment that we were working on. Now, not all my assignments are paper-based. We do plenty on Google Drive. However, there's still a place and a time in foreign language and English to do paper-based assignments, hence the tray. The other thing I have here is my folders for absent work. And so that you can see they're marked English 9, French 3, 2, 1. They're not marked by period. Instead, I have 3 sections of English 9, well, all that's gonna go in one folder together. And when students are absent and they come back to school, they can come over here and find their assignment. And if they did assignments while they were gone, they can turn them in. So it's all in one place for them. And my desk is just right there. So I can easily walk over, put extra documents in these folders and or pick up assignments. Okay, I wish there was a way to like, here's my map. So my map, I would like to move my map over to this board so that I can use this board all together because it's kind of like too small. Once I get the projector going, I only have like a little tiny bit of space. Down here, I have where I put assignments. So I have obviously English 9, Français 1, 2, et 3. And then I always put the day and the date in French. Even though I have English students, it definitely does not hurt them to learn a little bit of French. And I always write it in cursive because that's how the French write the date and day on their boards in France. Fun fact for you. And also they don't capitalize the month or the day. And if you're wondering why that was that way. And they always put the date first. So I would put the number here, month, year, and then the day of the week. Aujourd'hui c'est lundi. And that's how I do my board. And I usually just do a quick highlight on my board or a quick goal for the day under each class. And then this is my cute little like letters. I had a substitute last year when I was on maternity leave and she kindly let me have these after I left. She like decorated, it was really cute. Okay, so this part here, these are just some middle school and high school books that kids can read, they can grab. But what I wanna do this year, something different, is I wanna do like a feature book and I'm gonna put it here. I'm thinking, and just like feature, I don't know, different books, trying to get my kids interested in reading more, things like that. Okay, next. This is my part. These are my binders, my go-to binders that I'm grabbing all the time. French verb handouts, French, and then English 9. A picture of Notre Dame taken in 2009 when I was in France the first time. My phone, my wonderful hand sanitizer. Board cleaner, this thingy, don't know what it's called, but I use it. I love putting documents under here and going over like verbs and stuff with my kiddos. All right, now, very important, the snack cupboard. Okay, so up here, this is where I keep my treats for myself. And I have in this jar, it kind of looks funky. This is actually cinnamon sugar. I love cinnamon in my coffee. So I just mix this up at home, cinnamon and sugar. And then I have some gluten-free pretzels. My hubby got this for me, decaf Starbucks coffee. He got it on Woohoo. Paper towels, and then I have my little Keurig cup because we have a K-cup in our teacher's lounge. And yeah, so that's all fun. I think my biggest challenge this year is going to be finding time to walk up to the teacher's lounge and make a cup of coffee every day because my classroom is actually one of the furthest away from the teacher's lounge and the bathroom, which is very difficult when you're pregnant. But anyway, yeah, so it would be hard finding time to make coffee, but hopefully I'll get to. And then in the other side of my cabinet, I just have like disinfecting wipes. I have like feminine hygiene products for students if they need it, first aid kit, rubber bands, just random odds and ends, my index card collection, voila, textbooks, binders, boring, yada yada. Okay, over here is, I call this my pantry, I don't know. It's a pantry, I guess. So this is where I keep my backpack. This is where I hang it up. This is my mirror. More books and stuff up here. And then I just have like random supplies and stuff in here that I keep. I have wipes, hairbrush. I have a nail file, lotion, just stuff that you need throughout the day or that like kids need. Kids are needy, right? It doesn't matter how old they are. So I always just try to have like a mom kit on hand. Okay, so in the past, I always did those plugins where, you know, like Glad or the air fresheners you plug in and they are oil. And then I realized that I was probably making my students and I breathe in like a ton of toxins. Those fragrances are synthetic. And this year I invested in a diffuser from Walmart. It was only $20. And I'm going to diffuse oil, natural, real oil instead of synthetic fragrances because one, that's better for me and my kids, and two, high school classrooms can get a little stinky sometimes. So I'm probably just gonna do vanilla because I don't want my kids to like have reactions or have allergy issues. So I'm just gonna diffuse a nice natural, probably from Young Living, vanilla oil in my classroom. Okay, so here's my diffuser. These are books. I keep these right by my desk because these are ones that I access frequently. Literature Circles, Language Arts, Writer's Workshop, The Hunger Games, and Romeo and Juliet are 2 novels we'll be reading this year in English 9. And then my French novel over there, which is Le Petit Nicolas, for those of you who are foreign language teachers and interested in that. Here's my desk. In the past, it was not this nice and organized. I've actually worked really hard this year to find a way to minimize clutter. I'm really making it a goal in my home and my classroom to minimize clutter. So I have in here, this is my French notebook. So this notebook is for whenever I run across a new vocabulary word that I want to remember in French, I'm going to write it in here. And that also is to model it for my students. I want them to keep their own personal dictionary. This one is my writer's notebook for English 9. This is my grade book. Yes, I am old-fashioned and I still keep a paper copy of all of my grades because heaven forbid the entire computer system crashes, I still have records of my kids' grades. This is my teacher's contract. I got to keep that handy. And then this is my lesson plan book. And I keep that all right there in this cute little file folder that I got at Walmart for like $5.99. And I wish that it matched this really cute basket, this wire basket, but all the ones I found that matched it were like $25, and I'm sorry, I'm not spending that much money on a little like magazine file holder. That's crazy. So there's my laptop, my post-it notes, my water. This is my coffee mug. Yeah, it's a snowman in August, whatever. These are my little critters. I've had these for years. I don't even know where I got them. I think Teachers Discovery sells these. And then my little cow. And then I have over here, like I said, in my basket, I keep highlighters and colored pens in here. This really cute mug a student got for me when they were in Quebec at my old school, and I still have it and use it. So Anna, if you're watching, thank you. This little painting I did just for a little decoration on my desk. And then these books over here are all primarily foreign language based. I even have like a Dutch handbook that I picked up just for fun. I have an Anthologie de la Poésie Française, and des autres choses, some other things. These are my French 1 textbooks, and this is my Chromebook station for my students. And there's an outlet right there, so when they're done, they can plug it in. But these are loaner Chromebooks for my students, and I just have a sign up there because students tend to leave them anywhere in the classroom, and they leave the cord strewn out across the floor, and it's a tripping hazard. I'm really gonna work on them this year on putting things back when they are done. Because I don't know about you, if you have teenagers, but they don't really seem to like to put things away. Yeah, well, I'll show you one more thing, and then I think that's pretty much my classroom. These are my systems I have in place. They work pretty well for me. I have like some game supplies. We do play games in here, in my other cupboards, and some more books, and that's really it. And then one last thing I want to show you guys is this. So I got a new binder, and I have some sheet protectors in it, and this is actually going to be my PBL IPA binder. You're probably thinking a PBA and a who? PBL, I mean. So I'm doing project-based learning. I'm really working hard to integrate it into both my English and my French classes. So I will be working on that, and then also IPAs, which are integrated performance assessments, in my French classes. And I feel like IPAs and PBLs kind of go together. So I'm going to be putting all of my units that I have found and just stolen from other people, free resources, into here for both my French and English classes. And this will be my PBL IPA binder for this year. And I'll update you and let you know how that goes. All right, so what do you guys think? Should I start my own channel in addition to the farm channel and talk about like teaching and stuff? Are you interested in that? Let me know. Let me know if you're interested in like the French aspect, the English aspect, both, all of it, none of it. Tell me what you guys think of this video. Leave a comment, like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Thank you guys so much for watching.